So first news story: you can now play Resident Evil Village Maiden's Resident Evil Village's maiden demo on PS5. Get ready for Resident Evil Village with a new demo. So if you've got a PS5, you probably know there's not a lot to play right now, particularly if you already finished the likes of Miles Morales, Demon Souls, and Astro's Playroom. But here's something to very briefly tide you over. You can now download the Resident Evil Village maiden demo ahead of the full game, just announced May 7th, which is pretty soon. I didn't realize it is that soon that's coming out. It wasn't okay, so May 7th release date. It wasn't available in the PS Store at first, but it's been there for about an hour now. In the PlayStation Store on PS5, the game was featured front and center, and it is what's hot, and it's what's hot section for me. And I was able to start the download with a couple of button presses. But if you're away from your PS5 and you want to remotely download the demo so it's ready to play later, there's a few ways to go about that too. If you're using a browser, here's the link to Medan's listing on the PlayStation Store, where you should be able to add the game to your library. If you're using the PlayStation Mobile app, tap the magnifying glass at the bottom. Okay, this is just showing you how to download it. Maiden is a separate experience from Resident Evil Village, where you can play. Oh, so it's not even part of the game. It's just like they made a demo specifically for the PS5. That's crazy. Instead of so Maiden, where you can play as character known as Maiden instead of the village's protagonist, Ethan Winter. If you want to learn more about the demo before downloading, check out the post from the PlayStation blog. Resident Evil Village will launch on PS5, PS4. Oh, so it is coming to PS4. But I wonder if you can download on the PS4 store as well. They didn't really say if it's PS5 and PS4 the demo. May 7th, Capcom says the multi-platform demo for the game will be available this spring. So the demo is coming on PC, so I definitely will want to check this out. When I first heard that, sorry, I just gotta fix my hair a little bit. When I first heard that it was coming to PS5 only, and I'm like, what the fuck is this new exclusivity? This sucks. So, but apparently that same demo is gonna come this spring, so probably like maybe in a month or two, because obviously the game's coming out in May. But that was the first news story. If you have a PS5 or you got a PS4, definitely check out the demo. But I haven't seen this trailer. They recently had an event. This event where they showed a bit of the gameplay and also this trailer. So I'd say let's just check it out together. World premiere.
Now we're here to give you an exclusive first look at Resident Evil Village gameplay. Just like in Resident Evil 7 Biohazard, you'll be taking control of Ethan Winters. You'll make your way from the village to the castle. Players will need to get in and search for their kidnapped daughter. As you've noticed by now, Resident Evil Village keeps the first-person perspective. We think it really...
Yeah, they really changed that after it was a Resident Evil 7, which it's on Game Pass, and I downloaded it, but I just haven't had the time to play it, honestly. It's one of those games I really wanted to play. Maybe I could play it on Game Pass Monday after Medium. You never know. We'll have to see.
really draws players into the detailed world we've created.
The graphics look interesting. Yeah, the game actually looks really beautiful. Very immersive looking.
You'll see a lot of those little details come to life here.
It's a fancy looking village if I got a house like that.
The team put a ton of effort into creating a truly authentic feel. From art design to technology, everything ties in great and creates some beautiful visuals. Now it's time to meet some of the castle denizens. As you'd expect, a warm welcome's not really what's in store for Ethan.
Oh, okay.
Man blood. let's take a look at him. Well, well, Ethan Winters. You escaped my little brother's idiot games, did you? Let's see how special you are.
Shifting gears a bit, we're finally going to show off some combat. It's not just about shooting. Guarding will also be an important part of the game.
Guarding, okay. Interesting.
Each type of enemy has their own distinct way of fighting.
Oh, damn, look at
you
that
need to
big
change
boy.
your strategy to
Oh,
defeat
shit.
them.
Oh, damn.
Everyone knows what to do with red barrels, right?
There's always a red
Some
barrel
will
in a game.
remember a similar management system in
Oh,
Resident
shit.
Evil 4. This time around, we've added crafting, which allows
Oh.
you to create items such as first aid.
I feel like
and
every game has hack crafting now.
There's also an assortment of weapons to find and utilize throughout the game.
I've been waiting for you, Mr.
Oh my god. That's like me in 6 months.
How do you know my name? Anyone has heard of the likes of you.
The merchant makes a return. This time he's known as the Duke.
Hmm.
You'll be going to him to buy and sell weapons, amongst others.
What are you buying? What are you selling? I remember that from Resident Evil 4.
The director wanted to give him a unique look, and you'll often find him in different situations.
Very
each
unique
time
look.
you encounter him. He's an interesting fella.
Aha! Aha!
Smash away with your trusty knife. There's plenty of items to find in your travels. Wait, do you hear that? And we've also got extra objectives outside of the main ones. Of course, it goes without saying that there'll be plenty of puzzles to solve for players to move forward.
One of the
And,
cooler things about Resident
plenty
Evil.
of surprises to keep you on your toes.
What the fuck?
I haven't cut open a man in a while. Let me string you up, slice your jugular, and just watch.
I remember Resident Evil used to be about, oh, what the fuck?
Well, that's one way to end the video. Now that we've shown you what's in store for Resident Evil Village, let's take a look at the exclusive PlayStation 5 demo.
So it is exclusive to PS5 for now.
For this demo, players won't be playing as Ethan, but as a character we're referring to as the Maiden. Unlike the actual game, this experience doesn't feature combat or even blocking. We're hoping to have players get a real feel for the visuals and audio as they take the Maiden on her journey to find a way out of the castle. And you can download the exclusive demo on PlayStation 5.
So there's a walkthrough right here, full 4K walkthrough, if you guys want to watch it.
Of course, we want as many people as possible to get a chance to play. So we'll have a separate new demo available on all platforms, ready for sometime this spring.
Okay. Okay. All right. It's cool. So if you guys want to download the demo, you can download it. So on to the second news story. Call of Duty Warzone has seen better days. This is from Kotaku. All right. So we'll go through the news. We'll go through the news story. Call of Duty Battle Royale Warzone is just under a year old. When it launched in March of 2020, it was praised for the 150-player online gameplay, for smooth gameplay, simplified mechanics, and fast-paced action. but all of the features that once made Warzone one of the best battle royales to drop into now feel hindered by the wreckage created from its recent updates, and it stands now. Warzone is a rough mess of bugs, cheaters, gun balance, and gun balancing issues. We talk about DMR zone, which I think that they nerfed, so I think it's not as powerful anymore. Keeping up with the trend of the game as a live service, piling on constant updates. Oh my god, the updates, like 10 gigabyte update there, and then 20 gigabyte, and then when there's a main title update, it's like 50 gigs. It's crazy. To a massive game like Warzone can be both a blessing and a curse. New content keeps the game fresh through new weapons, modes, and cosmetics. But every time something gets added to the game, something else seems to break. At the end of last year, Warzone spent many weeks plagued with the unlimited Juggernaut glitch, which allowed players to spawn an infinite number of Juggernaut kill streaks. The Juggernaut suit consists of heavy armor and allows the player to wield a minigun, making for a frustrating battle royale experience when dealing with just one or two of those menaces. Thankfully, the glitch has been patched out for now, but some old glitches have resurfaced, including the stim shot flaw. Oh yeah, the stim shot where he keeps, unlimited stim shots is really annoying. The stim shot is a piece of tactical equipment used for healing, but it's abused with exploited that lets the player to have continuous and infinite healing. This allows players to stand in Warzone's toxic gas, which would otherwise cause imminent death and outlast all other opponents for unfair wins. Developer Raven Software tweeted that the issue that the issue with the stim shot was resolved with a patch last week, but some players are still reporting abuse of the equipment. One long-term issue that hasn't been addressed is the loadout freeze. Many players have reported that their game freezes for several seconds after trying to collect their loadout, and thus leaving them vulnerable on the map. I haven't personally encountered this. Yes, that I've never encountered that one, but there's another one where when you go to buy something from the buy station, and you buy it, and there's a second or 2 seconds where you can't move at all, and it happens every now and then. It's really annoying. And I've been killed one time where I was like, okay, I bought something back, and I was stuck for like a good 2 seconds, and I couldn't move. And then I had another glitch where like I jumped out of the, like this is the beginning of the game, I jumped out of the airplane, but I was still stuck in the same position, and I was just gliding all the way down. And eventually I was able to get out of it, but it's just super annoying, man. It just makes it frustrating that this game, which has millions of people playing it, has like so many people, everybody plays it. It's so much fun too. Like when it's not messing up, it's like a lot of fun to play. But these glitches and cheating, I think the glitches aren't that bad. The cheating, I think, is the worst. The people on PC, as a PC player, I don't cheat, but there should be a fucking anti-cheat. Like most games have it. Like Master Chief Collection has it. I'm pretty sure this article is going to go through it, so let's just keep reading the article. Where were we? Gunfights have also been Gunfights have also been rough since December 16th, when the developers integrated Black Ops Cold War guns into the Modern Warfare-based Warzone. Dumping all those extra weapons into the mix created some bugs and balancing issues. Cold War DMR 14 tactical rifle quickly became Warzone's most overpowered gun, dominating the meta. Closely followed by the dual Diamatis. I haven't unlocked the Diamati pistols yet. And the MAC-10 machine gun. MAC-10 is still it still slaps. It's still a really good gun. An update on January 13 provided nerfs for both DMR and 14. They're both still powerhouse weapons. Yeah, they're both really good. I'm not good with the DMR. I tried using it a few times and it just was not good with it. I'm not good with single bullet action rifles. Like with a sniper, I'm decent, but I tried it and I just wasn't good with it, so I just left it. But it's nice to see slightly better variety of weapons in play. Modern Warfare CR56 AMAX assault rifle is my favorite go-to for Warzone, and it feels like it can be a contender again without the DMR meta in play. There's also the reload issue that can occur with some of the integrated weapons. You can initiate a gun reload and watch the animation happen. but sometimes the weapon isn't actually reloaded. I've never seen that one. This costs me my life in more than a few gunfights when using Cold War weapons in Warzone. Some players want the Cold War guns to be removed from Warzone, but I think the weapons just need some proper balancing. Of course, it's worth noting that as Warzone continues to be the bridge that connects Call of Duty titles, the weapon and the equipment pool could become an overwhelming mess. I think Call of Duty would do well to take page from Fortnite and vaulting certain weapons to preserve the balance of the game and keep things fresh. I can understand the hesitation to vault weapons for which players have purchased cosmetics. Yeah, that makes sense. They would never do that because, like, if you purchase let's say, like, I have purchased cosmetics. Imagine if, like, my was AN-94, which shoots out like 16-bit bullets. If I wasn't able to use that in Warzone, I'd be mad pissed because, like, I spent money on it. Doesn't make any sense to me. You can understand the hesitation, purchase cosmetics, but it would be less of an issue to vault an item like the stem shot, and players do not have the opportunity to abuse it. Okay, that's good. That's a good way of doing it. Unless they bring cosmetics to the stem shot, like, oh, you can add like a little anime girl on the stem shot, and then be like, no, bring me back my anime girl. That's just funny. What else do we have? What else? Let me see. Use its items problems of cheating Warzone. Activision started. Okay, items problems aside, they're still rampant cheating in Warzone. Activision started battling cheaters in Modern Warfare and Warzone in April of last year, but nothing seems to stop the influx of wall hacks and aimbotting that chisel away at the integrity of matches. All players can really do is report the cheater from an in-game option, but Activision reviewing and banning accounts doesn't seem to matter. Cheaters just make a new account. Last May, Activision added a two-factor authentication requirement for all Warzone accounts on PC, but hackers are good at finding workarounds, and they're still blatantly cheating. No one wants to deal with cheaters, and many content creators and pros are pretty fed up. Westy, I don't know who this is, but it seems like he's like a famous content creator or something. Couldn't have been more different Warzone experience today. 12 matches in total. Cheaters in I think 9 of them. That's crazy. Raven needs a ban wave out soon, or implement a proper anti-cheat. That it's really disheartening to die to cheaters late in the rounds after you played so well. Yeah, I can imagine that. That sucks. In terms of integrity, the Warzone competitive scene, prize money, tournaments are often promised. Okay. With players finding a way to get around the game's skill-based matchmaking to get placed in hot bot lobbies of lower skill players. There have been multiple methods exposed, including specific routers to ping locations or using accounts with reverse boosted stats. The current Twitch rivals Doritos Bowl is the first major Warzone tournament since the Black Ops Cold War integration to feature private lobbies to prevent any discrepancies with skill-based matchmaking. Hopefully, all future competition will feature private lobbies, especially those big money tournaments. They have to. If it's like if you have a lobby that's with everybody else, like there's so many chances of like somebody cheating. You have to create like private lobbies. You have to. Without it, then the game just gonna have. There are not many people gonna play it, because if people are cheating constantly, it's gonna ruin the reputation of the person cheating as well. So they have to make private lobbies. Like, besides all these besides all these bigger issues, one petty criticism I have is that Verdansk map is stale. I've complained that there's so much untapped potential in the landscape of Verdansk. Instead of getting Verdansk map updates for Season 1, we got a second map, the smaller, Rebirth Island. Honestly, I played Rebirth Island for like a good 2 days, and I just got bored of it. I was expecting like a bigger map. Like, I want another big 150 person map. That's what I actually want. And I think we're going to get it this year. Probably. There's rumors. I was watching a video and I was reading some articles that are saying that there might be a a new map coming in March when that's when Warzone actually launched. So there might be a new update for for the battle pass for that season that they're gonna probably add a new map, which I think they definitely need. Or Verdansk just needs to be like changed completely. They need to like maybe like add like an asteroid that hit like downtown, and downtown's like blown up now. Something like what Fortnite did with their map. They kept changing their map so much, and it was a good thing because like you don't want to make your map stale. Like that's what's happening with Verdansk. Verdansk is starting to get a little bit stale, but still the game is still fun, which makes the map a little bit more easier to play with. Plus, as you play more, you get to learn more of the map, and you have to play a lot of games to get there. But I think it's starting to feel a little stale. And Rebirth Island, I don't think was a great addition. I played it maybe like 15 times, and I was done. Okay. Rebirth Island, a smaller map, does add some variety in terms of the scenery and pace of the matches, and often enjoyed the faster, high kill matches over the slower, campy matches on Verdansk. While I still don't think it needs all the same bells and whistles as the larger Verdansk map, Rebirth Island is now my preferred option for. Oh, okay. I don't know. I don't like Rebirth Island. I'm a big fan of it. All the complaints are meant to say that Warzone can be a fun time, but it can often be ruined by bugs, cheats that shouldn't remain as a constant factor in the online shooter. I've dumped countless hours in Warzone. Me too. I've dumped so much time into it, and I want it to remain my preferred battle royale. But it's now too rough around the edges to enjoy the current state. I'd love to see a huge update that just focuses on cleaning up the bugs and balancing the weapons, which is more important than just cramming in new cosmetics and adding limited time modes. Warzone needs a little TLC to return to the fantastic form that it launched in last year. There's another bug where do you guys remember that bug where you pick up a gun and it looked like a transformer? Like it was just like you couldn't even see your screen, you couldn't even see what you're shooting at. But I got that bug recently, and it was really annoying. I'm like, I thought this is a bug from 6 months ago, and it's still in the game. Like, it's crazy. It's like a free game. It's also made by one of the biggest companies in the video game industry. Probably the biggest, because they make so much money off Call of Duty. I think they made $4 billion just off Call of Duty last year. Now that Warzone, I think, was a huge portion of that. I don't think Modern Warfare and Black Ops Cold War was like that big of that chunk, but I think just people bought a lot of cosmetics. That's what happens with free-to-play games. Like, you put out a good free-to-play game and you put out good cosmetics, people will come. People will buy the game. Alright, third news story. Xbox Live Gold price increases. Here's what that means for you. So Xbox Live Gold membership is getting a price increase, and that common reaction to the news is anger when comparing the 12-month membership to that of PlayStation Plus. For a current 12-month membership, and for those interested in Game Pass Ultimate, here's what you need to know about the live service changes and what that means for you as a player. The Xbox Live first launched 18 years ago and allows for players to enjoy online components of games, exclusive savings on first and third person titles, and freebies for every single month. Up until now, the PlayStation Plus and Live membership were in sync regarding pricing, though that's about to change with the recent announcement with new price hikes. The price of Live membership is $1 per month now. To begin with the new prices, 1 month is $10.99, 3 months is $29.99, and 6 months is $59.99. Sorry, give me 1 second. This is kind of crazy because there was rumors that they might get rid of Xbox Live altogether from different leakers and stuff like that from Microsoft, but I guess it's the opposite. They're increasing the price of Xbox Live. That's kind of crazy. And the sad thing is that on PC, Xbox Live is free. Like, anybody can play. I can play Gears of War 5 with other console players on PC, and I don't have to pay for Xbox Live. So it doesn't make any sense that why do PC players are able to play for free but console players have to pay $60 a year. That's $60 for 6 months. That is insane to me. It's $120 to get Xbox Live now for the whole year. That is insane. I know why they're doing this. I know exactly why they're doing it, because they want people to get Game Pass Ultimate, and Game Pass Ultimate has obviously Game Pass for PC, Game Pass for Xbox, and Xbox Live Gold, and they want you to get that instead of getting Xbox Live. So they make Xbox Game Pass Ultimate look like a better proposition for you. But let's say I think Game Pass is awesome. I think everybody should get Game Pass, but some people don't want to. Some people want to own games, Some people aren't okay with just like, oh, I'm just renting this game. They want to have the feeling of owning it. So I guess that's why people don't want Game Pass. But personally, I don't care about it. All right, let's keep going. For those currently that have a live membership that is 12 or 6 months in length, there will be no price change. When it's time to renew, the current price will be the price players pay. This move has many in the industry divided, both professionally and on consumer side. We've previously talked about how Sony and Microsoft are taking wildly different approaches to the new generation of gaming, with PlayStation focusing on more traditional value and with hardware, and Xbox taking a more ecosystem centric focus. You can learn more about that here. Okay. The intent behind this appears to be focused on generating even more value for Game Pass. Yes, as I was saying, to improve the services. Yeah, it doesn't make any sense. I honestly don't get it. It's annoying. But yeah, let's go to the next news story. Alright, so Hitman 3. Next news story, Hitman 3. It's been getting, so it doesn't have a full Metacritic score just yet. So they're waiting for a few more reviews. But Hitman 3 has got a 9.0 on IGN, which is a pretty good review. Those are really hard to get. Because IGN changed to a 10-point scale, so they go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So 9 is the second best rating you can get. And Hitman is one of those franchises that I have bought every single one of their games. Not every single one, but every one of their recent games. Hitman 1, Hitman 2. But I've never finished them. Like, I played Hitman 1. I played, I think, 2 levels Hitman 1. And Hitman 2, I played just 1 level. And I got distracted by something. And they always entice me to buy their game. And I never played it. So I don't know if I'm going to get it. But I've heard such good things about this recent one. If I can find the time, I will definitely play it. Because it looks like a good game. But it's getting good reviews. Let's see who reviewed it. Hitman 3. Let me check out the review. Do they have a written review of Hitman 3? Let me see if I can find a review. Okay. Let's see what they say about it. Verdict. Rich, rewarding, and highly replayable, Hitman 3 is a superb installment of I.O. idiosyncratic. Okay, I've never seen that word written down. But much loved stealth series. The fundamentals haven't changed since 2016, but its collection of outstanding maps makes for a refined, reliable, and robust curtain closer to the current Hitman trilogy. 6 maps may sound slim, but each one is huge and designed to be played several times over. And even then, it's very unlikely that you'll have uncovered all of its creative and surprising assassination opportunities. There really isn't a weak one in the bunch. This bar-coded butcher has made a lot of appearances over the past 20 years, but Hitman 3 is definitely one of his best. So it's definitely got a good review through IGN. And right now it's got 3 reviews. I'm surprised I haven't showed the IGN review yet. But worth playing. Gamer, no. These are small, little, I've never heard of these different publications, but they're a bit smaller. And then there's some user reviews, but the user reviews are bad because 6.2, but I never look at the user reviews because they're usually not correct. I don't know if the game is out. I think it is out, right? When does it come out? Is it out just yet? I think it's coming out soon. Let me see. Let me Google the release date. Hitman 3. Hitman 3 release date. Oh, it's already out. January 20th. I don't know if I'll play it, because I do have a bunch of games I need to play. But yeah, that was the gaming roundup. I'm just going to quickly switch over to Call of Duty. Just give me 5 minutes, and I'll be back, okay?